Hello, welcome to my presentation of the life of Alexander the Great, the greatest Greek of all time. Alexander III, or Alexander the Great as you may know him, was the king of Macedon and conqueror of the Persian Empire, and is considered one of the greatest military geniuses of all times. He was an inspiration for later conquerors such as Hannibal, the Romans Pompey and Caesar, and even French Napoleon. Alexander was born in 356 BC in Pella, the ancient capital of Macedon. He was son of Philip II, king of Macedon, and Olympias, the princess of neighboring Epirus. He spent his childhood watching his father transforming Macedon into a great military power, winning victory after victory on the battlefields throughout the Balkans. When he was 13, Philip hired the Greek philosopher Aristotle to be Alexander's personal tutor. Alexander the God. Before Alexander became known as the Great, he was known as Alexander the God by the modern world. It wasn't until Napoleon of France came to visit Greece where he learned that Alexander had died, meaning that he wasn't a god. He then coined the term the Great to be granted to Alexander rather than the God. King Philip II in the Phalanx. Philip provided his Macedonian soldiers in the phalanx with sarissa, which were a spear as long as 6 meters or about 18 feet. The sarissa, when held upright by the rear rows of the phalanx, there were usually 8 rows, helped hide maneuvers behind the phalanx from the view of the enemy. When held horizontal by the front rows of the phalanx, it was a brutal weapon for people, for they could be run through from over 20 feet away. Philip's kingdom. As you can see, Philip managed to take the nation of Macedon from near destruction and expand it throughout several other powerful regions of Greece, including Thessaly and Lyria. Though impressive as Father Philip may be, Alexander managed to do the unthinkable and conquer the known world during ancient times. He not only conquered most of Greece and Western Europe, but he also managed to occupy many nations throughout the Persian Empire and in parts of Africa, most famous Egypt. After only serving as king for a mere 15 years, Alexander conquered more territory than any other force in history. Bucephalus. When he was a mere child, Alexander managed to tame a fierce horse that not even his father Philip could manage. He found that the dark-colored horse was afraid of its own shadow, and thus he named it Bucephalus, and would ride his companion through most of his battles as Macedon's military commander, until one day the horse was killed somewhere outside of modern-day Pakistan. Persian king Darius II. After his father's failure to defeat the Persian forces during his career, Alexander embraced the challenging battles brought on by Darius and chased him into deep Persian Empire, where he finally defeated the powerful kingdom. Alexander then ruled nearly all of Asia. Death of a god. On June 11th, 323 BC, Alexander died in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar II in Babylon at the age of 32. The exact cause of his death is unknown, but the two most likely reasons come from either a case of being poisoned by Medius of Larissa, one of his close friends and generals, or another possible cause is from a wound sustained by a poison arrow during a Macedonian defeat by a combined force of 2 powerful Indian tribes, the Nandan Empire of Magna and Gargandia Empire of Bengal. Whatever the cause, Alexander passed on without going as far as he wanted, yet he is still known for his success as the most successful and powerful Greek of all time. He will thus forever be deemed Alexander the Great. Thank you for watching my video on Alexander the Great.